Before this video starts, guys, make sure to check out my sponsors, Teespring. Teespring is basically a place where you guys can shop online for clothes, accessories, cups, t-shirts, stuff like that. And it's also a platform that allows you guys to create and sell custom stuff, like anything. It's a free and easy way to bring your ideas to life, design your own products, set your own price, and sell. You can create over 50 products with no upfront cost or risk at all. You guys can handle anything. It's all free. And also, if you guys want to check them out, it's really awesome. I love using Teespring. And also, use the code ULTRA. You guys can get 10% off your purchase if you use the code. So I'll leave in the description a link to them so you guys can go check them out and use the code ULTRA to get 10% off. But anyways, let's get right into the video. Also, YouTube statistics say that most of the people that are watching my videos aren't actually subscribed to this channel. So, let's fix that situation and hit the subscribe button down below because it will help out this channel a lot. So please, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and let's get right into the video. Hey, what's up guys? It's Ultra Turbo Andre here, and I am back with another video. And today I am going to be doing an episode review of Beyblade Burst Dynamite Battle Episode 1 and 2. So, the start of Season 6, Beyblade Burst Dynamite Battle has aired its episode today, Episode 1 and 2, so I'm going to be reviewing both of them, because I'm really excited for this season. These two episodes were amazing. So, quickly, before we do that, I actually want to go over the theme song because I just love this theme song overall. So, let's just quickly review over the theme song. So, the Beyblade Burst Dynamite Battle opening might be my favorite Japanese Beyblade Burst opening so far because the visuals and the song itself is so, like, it's really good. So, like, the theme song starts with, like, Belle, like, falling from the sky and into, like, the haunted house that we've seen in, like, the poster. And, of course, it shows the Beyblade Burst Dynamite Battle logo, which looks so amazing. And then we transfer it, and we see the logo behind, like, this, then afterwards we see, we see Belle, like, waking up. That's the new, Beyblade, that's the new, main protagonist's name, is Belle Daikokuten. I think that's how you pronounce his last name? I don't know, actually. So, I'm gonna learn how to do, so I'm gonna figure out how to do that. So, we see, like, you know, an opening of his room. It seems that, like, he has, like, a bunch of, like, machines, games, statues. It's like this, like, old, it's like this, you know, it's like a mansion house. It's like all this fancy, that's where he lives. We also see, I guess you could say his butler or his, like, waiter, you know, like, you know, have you ever guys, like, watched these type of movies where they have these, like, houses? And these rich parents, and there's, like, this rich kid who has, like, a waiter that does everything for them. That's what basically, you know, this is. So, we see him holding a tray. You know how, like, every time they lift it up, they have, like, food or something? Well, it was a Beyblade. And we see Belle grabbing it. We see him and his friends. And we see one of the, characters with white hair. I think his name was... Actually, I'll get to their names when I get to the episode. So, we see Belle and, like, his friends, you know, running upstairs, playing around. We see the new Kiyama in the opening as well, and so afterwards, after that scene, we see Louie in this grass field. We see him running, and we see Free, and then we see Shu, and then we see Vault in that opening, and behind him is like some sort of exploding or whatever. But look how Vault looks in this awesome opening. This opening is awesome. And afterwards, we see Belle launching in his Beyblade. Dynamite Belil, him summoning his avatar in the sky, and then we see Belle riding his avatar, and then they fly off into the sky, and then what comes back is Dynamite Belil, and then we see Belil, I think that's how you pronounce his name, Belil, I think, I don't know, and then we see Belil bursting Beyblades, and then we get this, and then we cut into a scene with this other character that we see in the poster. Remember in the top left corner, we see this dude who looks like Xander, with, like, red hair. We see him, and we see him, like, in this, like, a, in this place. Okay, remember that, I forgot what the episode was, but remember in, Beyblade Burst Metal Fight, or, Metal Masters, I guess you can call it, we see, like, we've gotten into this, scene where where Jinga and like his friends, like during the team battles, they see like this girl Blader on top of a like cliff or something, and they seem like, and they thought that she was about to jump, so they ran from this, like, so before that they were at this like this place like right here. That's what it seems to be, like, pillars, broken down ruins. That's what it seemed to be. So afterwards we flip to see Brave Valkyrie and Dynamite Belil battling. We see Volt right there and Belle just battling it out. So maybe in the first few like 10 episodes we might see a Volt versus Belle, and then we see Brave Valkyrie falling into this like deep of flames or something. I don't know. And then we see the Xander looking dude again. I think his name was revealed. I forgot, but I'll figure that out later. And then afterwards, and then finally for the ending, we see Belle. We see this explosion with Belle throwing his Beyblade Dynamite Belil, and that's basically the end of the opening. And the song overall was really, really awesome. I really liked it. The great visuals, the transitions, it was awesome. So the theme song overall might be my favorite theme song so far of Beyblade Burst. I mean the Japanese version so far. Like, yeah. So now let's get into the episode itself. Alright, so the episode starts off with Belle actually having this like evil aura around him and this creepy look on his face, and his eyes are glowing. So we see Belle, like, I guess, like, evilly laughing or something, and then we see smoke coming out of his mouth or whatever, and then he sticks out his hand, and it seems that he's seeming to grab, like, a launcher or, like, the threat of a launcher, and then we see him, like, pulling it in case, showing us that he's launching a Beyblade, because afterwards we see Dynamite Belil, I think that's how you pronounce it, I have no idea, but we see tons of other Beyblades, and then Belil goes to the center, and all these other 5 sparking Beyblades, they're about to race in and collide all at the same time, and then they all collide, but instead of Dynamite Belil, there's like this huge explosion, and we see all of the bays except Dynamite Belil bursting, all of the other Beyblades get bursted. And yeah, so I think I've been pronouncing the name wrong. Definitely I have. It's Belil. Belial? I don't know, Belil. I'm just gonna say Belil because until like I can find out like after this video like what the name is, then I'll correct myself in the other episode. And then we see Belle opening his eye, one of his eyes which is glowing, and then we just see him laughing. And he looks so creepy right here. Like, if you originally saw this character, you wouldn't think he would be a main protagonist. You would think he would be like, an antagonist or like some sort of anti-hero. But that's definitely not the case. So then, afterwards, we cut into the title card, of course, and, so this is where the episode starts off, and it shows us the haunted house in the poster that we've seen before, with like a full moon behind it. And so, immediately, there's some screaming going on. So we see like a person running out of the house, all scared and stuff. He trips, falls down the hill, and just keeps on running. And then we see these 2 characters show up. One of these characters has actually showed up in the anime poster, and his name is Basara Siryu. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. And I'm guessing that's his little sister. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's his little sister because, she called Basara, Nichan, that's like the way you say like big brother or big brother in some sort of in like Japanese. So they are siblings. They're not, I don't see how they're related, but whatever. So we see them watching the person run away, and then we see a couple other people just running off, all scared. So it seems that Basara seems a little bit afraid too. So it seems like he already wants to leave. But the little girl, who I think his name is Hana, I'm pretty sure, she seems more excited rather than scared. She's like that type of person who really likes scary and spooky stuff. So, yeah, it seems like she wants to go into the house. So they get scared by another person running out, all scared and stuff. That makes her even more excited. And then she just runs in, and Basara runs in after her. So it shows both of them, showing of, they have a flashlight there, because like the inside is dark. They're lighting their way through. So they walk through the doors, and the doors immediately close behind them, scaring both of them, and this is like, you know, there's no way out. So it shows that Basara is really getting scared right now, and I guess Hana got scared of his like creepy face. So she throws the flashlight and it accidentally breaks because it hit the ground way too hard. And so ahead of them, they walk up the stairs and they see like a demon statue, which is, you know, kind of creepy, I'm not gonna lie, but super cool at the same time. So they're just marveling at the statue and they're about to go on when Basara, when we see quickly an eye, like look at this scene right here. We see like an eye move, like it's all green, and oh my gosh, it's so creepy, but also so cool at the same time. And it seems that Basara sensed this, and he thinks it was the statue that's like watching him. He says that he says something about like he felt like a presence or something. He thinks that the statue might be alive. So yeah. So the next up, we see them walking into like a hallway. You know, of course they're staying together. There's nothing much, but of course they're getting a little bit creeped out by it. And so behind them are a few bubbles that are actually coming towards them, which is again creepy. So one of the bubble pops on Hana's neck, and both of them just get really scared and run off. And then here's like a creepy thing. We see them running, and we see like this hand. We see like look at this hand right here. It has like long nails. It looks like a monster hand, like you guys would think so. And it pulls some sort of lever, and a trap activates onto the ground, causing both Hana and Basara to fall down. So eventually they slide into a room, and surprisingly there are these other like demon statues, but most importantly there are Beyblades bursted all around them. They're just laying on the ground. You know, drivers, discs, rings, layers, all of them bursted. And all of them are, of course, sparking based, so yeah, so they're all confused. They're mostly shocked by the Beyblades. And then Hana points out that there's a stadium right there. So it seems that some sort of strong blader has bursted all of these Beyblades. So they're trying to figure out what happened when they hear some sort of creepy laugh going on. So what happens is that there's like this huge demon statue and with like eyes, and then all of a sudden it glows super red. And then on the walls there's like this red light, and then we see a person standing there, and we see him like roaring or doing like some sort of vampire voice. So all of them get scared, and we see this shadow like looming over them. So they're both getting really scared. And so then we hear a voice, and then Basara and Hana, they look up at the statue, and they see a person standing right up top with its eyes glowing red. We see him jump down with like a vampire cape or something. He lands, he has like this red / evil aura surrounding him. And then he lands on the ground, and we see him walking up towards the stadium. And now we see a good view of what this person looks like. And this person is our new main protagonist, Bell Daikokuten. I think that's your pronounced last name. Again, I don't know. So, quick thing, I really love this dude's design. I really do. He has like classic vampire and evil kid look. I really like his hair though. His hair is super creative. I will give it that. I really like his hair. I don't know. I just love the design overall. Like, it's just super amazing. And so, it seems like Bell says something about like, you know, here's a new challenger to challenge him. And then Basara, he's even more surprised that this dude's like a little kid. I think Bell's like the age of 9 or 10. I don't really know. I think he's like 9 years old or something. I don't know his age yet. But they're surprised to see that all of this stuff, like all the traps and all this creepy stuff, happened of a little kid. So of course, Bell challenges Basara. He wants to see if, like, you know, Basara is a worthy opponent for him. So it seems Basara seems to accept this challenge and shows off his Beyblade, Death Solomon. Now, I'm surprised this Beyblade actually appeared in the anime, which is, you know, super surprising, since it's a Sparking Bay. So I think that people are still using Sparking Bays to this day, but Bell's like the only one who uses like a Dynamite Beyblade. I think that's what it's called, Dynamite Beyblade. So Bell shows off his Beyblade, Dynamite Belial, or I don't know, I think I pronounced his name right a few minutes ago, but I already forgot it. So it seems that he tells Basara that his Beyblade won't stand a chance, and Basara is surprised by his Beyblade because it looks nothing at all like a Sparking Beyblade, nor a GT Beyblade, nor a Cho-Z Beyblade. It's like something really, really new. So they're about to prepare for a battle, but then we see a drone in the shape of a bat come down, and it seems that Bell is streaming this, so he's gonna show this battle to the entire world. And so afterwards, we cut into the awesome BC Soul place. So we cut into the gym, and then we see Brave Valkyrie colliding with some sort of other Sparking Bay, and we see Vault with his brand new design. So let's talk about Vault's design so far. So it's not that big of a difference, which I'm a little bit disappointed because, you know, I was really hoping they would go with something a lot more similar to his Cho-Z design. But still, his outfit's really cool. He's wearing short sleeves now, similar to his first ever design. His pants are even more cuffed. Brand new shoes. That's basically it. I did a post about Vault's design yesterday. I might talk about Free's design too, but so overall his design's really awesome. I think they could have done something better, but still pretty cool. So what surprises me a little bit most is that Vault is still using Brave Valkyrie. I expected him to use the evolution of Valkyrie because, you know, in the past 2 seasons we've seen Vault already with his upgraded Beyblade, but I feel like we're gonna see him make his own Beyblade sooner or later. And so a person at BC Soul points out and there's like this TV, and it's starting to stream the battle between Basara and Bell. And then we see Vault and Free with his new design, and now they're gonna watch this new battle. So Vault seems excited, and then we see Free with his new design. I'm gonna talk about Free's design after the first episode that we're gonna be talking about into the second episode. And it doesn't end there because we see Louie at the island place. Remember in Sparking, we've seen Hyuga and Hikaru battle against Free. Not Free, Louie, you know, at that island place where they first met Free and Lane. Yeah, we're at that place right now, and Louie is watching this battle, and he seems pretty interested, or like wanting to know how powerful this kid is. So they both lock in their base, and they're preparing for battle. So now the battle starts. So we see Bell's launching style. We see him throwing his launcher back, places a right foot to the back of his left, and then sticking out his launcher. And look at his launcher's design. It looks really cool. I think this is like the best launcher design we've seen so far. So we see him doing his launching style, and we see like these red balls of explosion coming out of the launcher. And then we see Basara launch doing the sparking shoot. And can you guys recognize this launching style? This is Hikaru's launching style, dude. So they gave Basara Hikaru's launching style, which I hope that Hikaru gets a new launching style at the season. I hope Hyuga and Hikaru show up along with Dante and Aiga, because, you know, they're the main protagonists. They have to show up again. So both Beyblades race toward the center, and they don't even make collision, but dodge towards each other. So Basara orders Desalamone to strike Belial. Dang it, I can't pronounce that. And so Belial goes sent flying, and it seems that the match is about to end, but instead, you know, Belial lands on the stadium all fine and stuff. So it seems that Bell is not going to be going down that easy. So Desalamone is racing behind Belial, and Belial's driver bends down and quickly escapes Solomon's assault. So it seems that a gimmick that this Beyblade has is that when the driver bends down, it can quickly, like, you know, get away from upcoming attacks. So I think Belial is a balance type. I think it is. I actually don't know yet. So Solomon goes in for another attack, hits Belial, but it seems to have no effect on him yet. So Belil gets, knocked around a few times. Vault and Free are still watching. They're kind of surprised of Belil's performance. So every time, like, Belil, it seems like Belil's unaffected by these attacks. And then Vault and Free get surprised when they notice that Belil is something like, has like this some sort of gimmick or something that they've never seen before. I don't know. All of this stuff is just new to me. So then we see Bell, like, laughing at him, and you see that all those attacks have no effect on him. So Belil starts fighting back, and it knocks Solomon out of balance. And then we see the sides, the diamond, Bell's hair, with the diamonds, the purple diamonds, they start to glow. And then Belil powers up and summons his Beyblade's avatar. And look at this avatar. It looks really cool. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like a true demon avatar. Like, it does. And we see Bell use a special move, Dynamite Bomber. I think that's what it's called. But whatever. So both Beyblades collide, and we see Basara getting knocked back because of the explosion. And of course, Death Solomon gets bursted, hitting the camera and knocking down the drone. And so the battle ends with, Bell winning the match, Vault and Free being impressed, and then we see Louie laughing, and we see his aura, surrounding him. And we see a glimpse of the island where Louie's at, and that's basically, technically, actually, no, not technically where the episode ends, but we see Belil goes to the camera and says to all the strong bladers, like, come on, come to me, challenge me, because I want to defeat every single one of you. So it seems that this kid has a set goal to defeat all the strongest bladers and wishing for a blader to challenge him. So that's basically where the episode ends off. So overall, this episode is really good. I really enjoyed it. I love Bell already, dude. Like, because like from the start, the reason why I like his not only do I like his design, but I do like his character. He seems like just a normal, like, bratty little kid, but also, like, he's enjoyable. I don't know. He just enjoys to scare people, and, he loves battling, And, I don't know. I just like this kid a lot. So, now, I know I did say that I'll be talking about Free's design, so let me quickly get to that. So, we see Free with his sparking outfit, but then we see, a few changes. So we see Free, instead of, that red band around him, it's now blue, and his pants are like a little bit more baggy, I think, and what is it? He has a collar around his neck. His shirt has like these red and blue, like, I don't know, like stripes, not stripes, but like some sort of weird design on it, and he wears an earring. A lot of people have been judging Free just because he's wearing an earring, when Louie is wearing an earring too. So, because as you guys see right here, we see Louie with his brand new design, and we see him with like purple shoes. It's basically a sparking design with like recolor changes. His pants are like black. His night shirt or whatever is like with red outlines, but it's now purple. And he has like a yellow earring on his left ear, I believe. So yeah, a lot of people have been judging Free and Louie. I don't know about Louie, but a lot of people have been judging Free because of, just he's wearing an earring, which I don't really get, because like there's other bladers that have had like an issue much worse. I wouldn't say I don't like using worse, because I feel like that's the wrong word, but I feel like it's the only word that I know of. Other bladers that have like a much quote-unquote worse designs, and they don't really get judged as much often as Free does. I think mostly because Free is mostly a loved character, but then again, there's these other characters. It's no exception. So yeah. So now that I'm done talking about that, let's get into episode 2. So the episode 2 starts off in the daytime with at the mansion, of course. And we see Bell at the stadium again where he defeated Basara. And we see him practicing with Belil. So he picks up his Beyblade and he's talking to it. And I guess he's telling it how much he had fun battling. So we see Belial glow up really quick, and then we see the avatar for Belial. You know when Dante and Dragon, you know, or like Aiga and Achilles, where, you know, they get into this like dimension where they talk to their avatars? That's what Bell is doing right now, and he seems like he's talking about how much fun he's having battling, and just by their voices and how they're talking, it seems that they have like a really strong connection. Like Bell and Belial, they have like a really strong connection with each other, which, you know, it actually kind of impresses me. So, because I thought Belial was going to be a lot more like Diablos at the start, after the first like half of the series, because remember when Diablos was mostly evil, or like, you know, anti-hero or something? I thought that's what Belial was going to be like, some sort of similar to Diablos, but surprisingly, he's not. So, hey, this kid, he may seem ready, but he's actually a really good person. So that's what I like Mo. Mo. That's what I like more about him. So then afterwards, they both fist bump each other, and we see Bell holding his Beyblade once again, and yeah. And then afterwards, we cut into a scene with the house. And at the start, I thought that this was Vault Aoi's house for a second, but instead, it's actually Basara's house, and we see him rewatching the footage of his loss against Bell, and it seems that he's pretty upset about it. So I think his sister tries to cheer him up or something, but I think not really, but because she's showing that the comments on that video is like, you know, blowing up a lot. And then all of a sudden, I think there's something that comes up on Hana's phone, and you know, what is it? They run out of the door or something. I don't know. I don't really care for this scene too much. But then we cut into a scene with Bell in his room, with his cape hung up into, like, you know, one of those cape or coat hangers. We see Bell drinking his water, and then he's rewatching footage of his stream that he did of the battle. He compliments himself on like how awesome he looks. And then we see Bell's, I think, butler or waiter come in, and then he I guess his name is Gigi or something, because that's what he calls him. The old guy dude, I'll just call him the butler dude or whatever. He actually hands Bell a present, which are, you know, a gift bag full of cookies. So I guess Bell thanks him, and he reaches out to get the cookies, but then his hand grabs, you know, okay, remember that hand in episode 1 where that pulled down the lever that caused Basara and Hana to fall down? That's the hand. And then Bell looks over, surprised by, like, the feel, and then he gets so scared that he screams, and then notices that he's wearing a glove. So it seems that it wasn't actually a demon that pulled the lever or like some sort of monster. It was actually him who did it. So yeah. And like what Bell does as for payback, he puts his like eye on the water cap or something, and then he says there's something off, and so he gives, so now the old dude, he looks into it too, and he squeezes the water bottle, flushing water in his face. So it seems like not only does Bell have a good, like, you know, relationship with his Beyblade, but also a good relationship with his butler too, which is actually really good. So that's more of a reason to like this kid so far. And then after, we see a clown like hung up on his wall, and its nose like springing up. I guess this means that there's a new challenger waiting for him. So, Bell grabs his cape, and then we see the boots of Louie, walking through, the gate that was opening. So, it seems that Louie has come to challenge Bell. So, we see him standing inside of the stadium, and then we see this huge demon statue, of course. And then Bell walks up and introduces himself, excited to be battling another Blader. And so, afterwards, we see Basara and Hana come in, and they're both, they both see Louie and Bell standing on the stadium, and they're both surprised to see him there. So it seems that Bell has never actually heard of Louie before, because he doesn't say his name or is surprised at least by it, so he doesn't even call out his name. So it seems that Bell has never heard of Louie Shirosaki before, which is actually really surprising. This makes me think, does Bell know anything about Vault not as like friends, but like has he heard of Vault, Free, Iga? I mean, I assume that he would hear of Iga because Iga is right now still the world champion of Beyblade. So, that kind of surprises me. You know, last season of Sparking, Iga, like, I mean, there was nothing said about Iga being the champion, but I think there was, but not much. So I think they're telling Bell to like call off this battle because even though Bell might be a strong blader, Louis is a far much better blader and a much stronger blader. Even, you know, no matter how strong you think he is. So the lights turn on and they're about to start the battle. So we see Free and Vault watching the battle so far. Vault is excited to see Louis there. You know, because like he finds this match really interesting. So the drone is now going to start streaming this battle. So both of them lock in their Beyblades, and they both get into a launching stance. And we see Louis do his sparking shoot, but again with a different design. So Free does a sparking shoot, and Bell does his launch. And both Beyblades stand in the stadium. And now Longinus. Louis commands Longinus to go after Bell really quick, but before that we see Bell disappear, surprising Louis. So, Bell like laughs at him and Louis just looks at him in surprise. I've never seen Louis actually that surprised before when he's battling a new main character. So we see Belial behind Longinus. Oh yeah, and also what is it? Louis is using Rage Longinus, so it seems like all the characters have their sparking Beyblades still, but I think they're gonna do another. But I think they're gonna upgrade their Beyblades sooner or later in the series. So then Belial comes up from behind and attacks Rage Longinus from behind, and it seems to be doing quite a bit of damage because then Belial knocks Longinus into the stadium wall, then into the air. So it seems that Louis is being pushed back, but he's happy about it because he finally found like not finally, but like he found another strong opponent. So Rage Longinus is finally falling back down. And then Longinus falls back into the stadium towards Belial and uses his special move, Raging Upper. And so it knocks Belial into the air. And then Basara and Hana think that that's the end for Belial, but no. Belial starts to fall back starts falling back towards the stadium, and Bell's like, something like that isn't easy to stop him, and then it seems that Louis acknowledges that too, because like he doesn't seem too surprised. So Longinus begins sending a barrage of attacks, not letting Belial fall into the stadium and giving him a chance to push Longinus back towards like the corner. So it seems that Bell's being stressed out, but then he's still smiling about it, seeming that like he was expecting something like this, or he's prepared for it. So the driver hits Longinus and was able to land on the stadium, freeing himself. So Louis seemed a little bit shocked by this, and then Bell powers up, summoning Belial's avatar. And so Louis does the same. He summons Rage Longinus' avatar, and uses his special move, Raging Upper, once again. And it seems it has been in effect. And look at this scene right here. You see Louis, who thinks he's about to win, and he was going to. But then look at Bell right here. He looks so mad, but then you see his face grin, and you see Louis so shocked. And Bell immediately uses his special move, Dynamite Bomber, and knocks Longinus into the air. And guess what happens afterwards? Rage Longinus bursts. And look at Louis right here. He is so surprised by this. And so Bell has won. So immediately, right off the bat, the main protagonist defeats Louis. And that's basically the end of the episode. So I think that so yeah. Instead of being angry, Louis is happy about it, but that's basically the end of the episode. Vault and Free are surprised by this, but yeah. So I feel like this loss is going to inspire Louis to create a new Dynamite Beyblade Longinus, which I hope we get soon, because I really want to get the next Longinus Beyblade, and more so Valkyrie. So that's basically the end of the episode, and this episode was overall amazing. Even though like Louis lost, it was awesome to see, you know, Bell. And yeah, overall, the first 2 episodes of Beyblade vs. Dynamite Battle is going to be... it was awesome. And then episode 3, we're actually getting introduced to the next Kiyama brother, which is called Ronsu Kiyama. I thought his name was going to be Rangara, but sadly it's Ronsu. I feel like Rangara is a much better name, not gonna lie. Ronsu, I don't know. It's gonna take some time getting used to, but still, he seems like a cool character. Of course, he's related to the Kiyama brothers, which makes me wonder, are we gonna see Rentaro and Renjiro return in this series or not? That kind of makes me wonder a little bit, but yeah. So overall, great characters, great episodes, great battles, great everything. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe to this channel if you guys are new. Turn on notifications. Comment, and also please share my videos so you guys can help this channel grow. But anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!